Good evening, SpeedGaming 3. Welcome to another installment of the Super Metroid Multiworld Tournament. Our runners have readied up and the race is about to begin, but where are my manners? My name is the Hockey Counter, and I'm joined by Soberlight. What's going on, Soberlight?
Oh, not much, man. Just to watch two great teams go at it here. I believe this is a major minor rando, right?
Absolutely right. It is Major Minor, and it is between Team LostVikings and Team Slow. That is Rumblemins and Kip, as well as TG Derp and Maniacal. This is, I believe, the penultimate round in the bottom bracket. So the loser of today's race will be packing their bags and exiting the tournament, and the winner will be moving on to face Team to be determined. We're just working out a few last-minute technical issues, but our runners are heading down into Retro Brinstar. Going to be collecting. It looks like P1 has Speed Booster already. That must have been at the Morph Ball location, which means Morph Ball has to be in the ceiling. Could be their own Morph Ball or could be P2's, but it looks like P2's Morph Ball was at the vanilla location. So some early power bombs for player 2, Soberlight, 15 total. But player 1 also has power bombs available to them.
Yeah, looks like player two's definitely got a good start here with 15 PBs and plasma.
I feel like getting those minor items early in the race is really important for progression. It can kind of make or break the early game in some of these seeds.
Absolutely. You don't want to be caught in pink print with only 5 PBs, and you don't want to sit there and farm, so you got to keep moving.
Oh, right you are, Soberlight. Another important thing too is those PBs will give much easier go of things if our runners decide to check Gauntlet, but they are all in criteria with the exception of Kip. It does look like Kip chose the so-called meme route, going through the back of Retro Brinstar into Green Hill Zone. But now Maniacal, player 2 of Team Slow, might be heading to Gauntlet to make that check.
I definitely do like the meme route here because you got speed booster, so you can check waterway, all that good stuff.
That's an outstanding point, Soberlight. It hadn't even dawned on me. That's probably the earliest waterway check I've seen in one of these seeds, but I hope it pans out. Ooh, that's a juicy item to get this early.
Very nice.
That's player 1 space jump, plasma beam for player 2, and Kip of player 1 of LostVikings already has Spazer and charge, but since Derp did elect to go a different route, he is going to Gauntlet. Actually, both members of Team SlowsLow going with the early Gauntlet check. It's going to be a bit before Derp picks up that charge beam. And Soberlight, I just love those. I love these wall jumps here. But Derp going without a little, like a little boomerang. He remembers he's got speed booster, manages to not have to do those really tight wall jumps there. Really
it does make it a lot easier to have that speed booster for sure. I personally like to just do a little short shine spark because I can't wall jump to save my life. So.
Me neither. I mean, wall jumping is not my forte, but I tell you, it's certainly in the wheelhouse for all 4 of these runners. These runners are incredibly accomplished, both in vanilla and randomized Super Metroid. And I believe that was in the back of early soups. That was charge beam for player 2. So LostVikings definitely stacking up on beams here early in the race.
Yeah, absolutely. With that charge too. I mean, you don't really need to farm a whole lot of supers or missiles anymore. You can just focus on getting the big items, and yeah.
I agree with you that Speed Booster is such a huge pickup this early in the race, but also P1 getting that space jump. Also a really big pickup, and that's Plasma Beam as well. So double Plasma for Team LostVikings. Kip into the back of early soups. Rumble at the bottom of green Brinstar. Slow Gauntlet didn't pan out for Derp, but Maniacal making his way now. Gonna execute that early Supers Mock Ball. P1 does not have Speed Booster yet. I should say player 2. So we're still very early in this race, not even 10 minutes in, but I feel like Team LostVikings definitely has the advantage right now. A slim advantage, but could be crucial as the rest of the seed unfolds. It really depends on where the suits are and who gets to them first. The beams aren't so much off the beaten path, I think, Soberlight, that the Team SlowsLow will miss them.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely think with the meme route coming in, it really is going to depend who can find that that first suit first to see where we're going to go.
So Kip moving up through Terminator here, and oh, speaking of the suits, Soberlight, that is a Varia suit for player 2 at the Wave Gate, the Wave Energy Tank location. So Rumble first to get a suit, and it's looking real dapper on him. Oh, and I love that. I love that if you don't have normal bombs, you don't have to fight VT, so it's just quick in and out. That spring ball for Kip there. Derp having already picked it up.
And Rumble also found Grapple. So
oh, huge.
Grapple and Varia. He's definitely set up to go now. Way down.
He basically has all of Upper Norfair available to him. Still going to want something like Space Jump or High Jump Boots before attempting Lower Norfair, and that's if he wants to do a Lava Dive on 2 tanks. That's pretty risky, I think. But we've seen stranger things in Super Metroid Multiworld Tournament, after all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like Maniacal's going to be the next to find that Varia suit. He's already at the Wave Energy Tank. And Derp close behind. Looks like Team SlowsLow kind of sticking close to each other here. Now we're seeing a Gauntlet check from Kip, just an Energy Tank. But looks like Kip wanting to check out the back of Gauntlet for those minor items.
There's Maniacal finding his grapple as well.
That's definitely a comfy pickup this early in the race. No major bosses defeated yet. Like I said, we're barely just coming up on 10 minutes into the race. And so that's going to be a quick dragon kill if the runners choose to use grapple. Especially without, well, they don't have speed booster now, but who knows if they will have it by the time they face the boss of Meridia. Oh gosh, yeah, chat helping me out here. I guess I gotta get caught up here sober. We got player 1 Varia at Spazer. That's another huge pickup. So that is double suits. Double Varia for Lost Vikings. And you gotta be thinking Soberlight, you gotta be thinking Business Center, you gotta be thinking Bubble Mountain, straight to Upper Norfair.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got all the kit to just run through everything now.
But I like this from Rumble, since the name of the game is to defeat the G4 bosses and complete Torian first as a team. I do like stopping here to defeat Kraid, since it's certainly on the way to Upper Norfair. An X-ray check from Maniacal. I don't know if it panned out. He is on the exit, but I didn't see what he picked up, if anything.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. But I do like the Kraid play as well. I mean, you got 2 major items blocking behind this guy, and see, ooh, regular bombs. That's a good find.
So, player 1 just getting absolutely strapped right now, but sort of like you're saying about Kraid, you got 2 major items to check.
Yeah, absolutely. You got the one behind Kraid, and you got the Kraid E-Tank. It really could be anything. Unfortunately, those bombs weren't his. They were for player 1. So.
I think we were still getting things straightened out. I think we did have some Raiders, so welcome in Raiders to SpeedGaming 3. This is 2v2 action here in the Super Metroid Multiworld Tournament 2022 edition between Team LostVikings and Team SlowsLow. And this is the bottom bracket, so this is to make the try to make the grand finals, the back doorway. So the runner-up of today's race will be heading home. Their tournament run will come to an end, and what a tournament it's been so far, Soberlight.
Absolutely. There's been so many good races. And even the last one was close till pretty much right at the end. I mean, all these runners are so good. All their skill sets. It's so great what everyone brings to the table.
For sure, it's been quite a showcase of strategies, all sorts of different ways to conquer this game, especially this format of randomizer with, the distribution of both players' items in each seed. It's really been exciting to watch, and once again, player 1 for LostVikings, Kip, just getting strapped up.
Oh my goodness!
High jump boots at P2's ice. We're gonna see a Kraid quick kill attempt from Maniacal. But I know Maniacal pulled off. He's a smooth operator. He's been operating correctly, so I'd love to see it. Look at that textbook execution.
Well done.
That's fan tuned down for Kip. So I think what we're going to see from Kip here, this is just speculation, Soberlight, but I think we're going to see him check Wreck Ship E-Tank and behind this right side Supers location, which is the, for those of you new to Super Metroid Randomizer, the de facto boss item, at least in Randomizer, for the wrecked ship. But Rumble's already into Business Center. We saw that ice check. That's where those high jump boots were. And another spring ball. P2 spring ball pickup. So it looks like Team SlowsLow is kind of mirroring that routing. We do see Maniacal finishing up in Kraid's warehouse, but in Derp entering wrecked ship.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Rumble, you're probably thinking, man, I cannot catch a break. Every major item I'm finding is not mine.
I know, it's just, and they're all these super enticing items too. It's like bombs and high jump boots and all sorts of things. I think space jump was a P1 item, but yeah, Kip's in a very good position here to pretty much go anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it was me personally, with more of the items, I would probably just hunt them down for your buddy, and so you guys can kind of finish them at the same time.
That's an important thing to remember. It's not who finishes first on each team. Ooh. Space
There we
Jump
go.
for P2 at Wreck Ship E-Tank. That is a comfy item for sure. Couldn't have come at a better time for Rumble. But make a long story short, the runners, it's not based on average time or anything. It's both team members have to complete the seed before the other team does. So, like you said, Silverlight, it's important to try to finish close to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. The more teamwork that you can do in communication, the better off you're going to be. There's some high jump boots there for Rumble, coming in right after getting space jumps. So he's looking pretty good now too.
Yeah, that's just a nice 1-2 combination there. Combination of both P1 and P2 items of space jump, then high jump boots. So that's Rumble's finally catching a break here, getting some comfy movement items. You see Derp trying to go for that Doppler, doesn't quite get those missiles to land. Going to be looking at another round here with Fantoon. Maniacal into Business Center, checking high jump and receiving his own spring ball. But yeah, I mean, Team LostVikings really coming out quick here. Really nice routing so far.
Absolutely. The the meme route has definitely paid off. At least so far. There's Wave Beam for player 2 at Speed Booster.
Yeah, Bull, I feel like, Charged Plasma's not bad, but Charged Wave Plasma's even better. You'd love to see an Ice Beam for both of these teams, or I should say both of these players. Maybe not yet, but certainly before the end game. Otherwise, those Metroid rooms are pretty tough. But they're already packing enough firepower to deal with those. That had me sweating a couple nights ago.
Yeah, I watched that. The 5 PBs going into into Torian. I couldn't believe it. And he made it through. It blew my mind.
Such a bailout at the last minute, but that's sometimes. I mean, that's the play style from some of these teams. It's high risk, high reward.
Yeah, I mean, it paid off, and good for him. I mean.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But I feel like both of these teams, I wouldn't say that they're averse to risk, but they know when to take the risks. Both, like I said at the beginning, both of these teams are composed of just outstanding randomizer runners. And I mean, I believe this is winners, or I should say, bottom bracket semifinals. Winner of this will go on to face team to be determined, TBD, for a spot in the grand finals. But yeah, maybe not the riskiest plays, but just really good routing and high execution with maybe not the most ideal set of items.
Yeah, it's the equivalent. Life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. Get Speed Booster, we'll just run through everything.
I love it. Just like that early waterway check was crucial. Absolutely crucial. And speak of Ice Beam, that is great pickup. So that's full beam combination for Rumbleman's player 2 of LostVikings. At the 1750 mark, just under it. That is, wow.
Goes from just having Varia and Plasma to full combo. Love it.
He's one gravity suit away from go mode, pretty much. He'd love to have Speed Booster, but Rumble can certainly complete the game without it. In fact, all these runners can. Who am I kidding?
Right.
I love this play, too, from Rumble. Just, you got the energy tanks, you got the reserve, you got what you need to get through Lower Norfair. Let's just do it. Look at this lava dive. Fantastic. Very
well done.
nice.
He even got an item in the middle of that. That's happened to me a bunch, and I just completely fail when my buddy sends me an item like that, and it's just like, oh no, why would you do this to me?
I mean, I wouldn't know the first thing to do if I received an item in the middle of my lava dive, even with high jump. Little kip on the Kraid boss fight now, so that's going to be three out of 8 bosses down for LostVikings. But I feel like Team Slow, they're on the right track. They're making the same checks, but we didn't see this from Kip leaving Wreck Ship. We are going to see Well, we could see the reserve, and we also could see the gravity item. Those might be very important. If they are, it's going to be a huge, huge bonus for slow.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, when is Kip going to get back to it? Really, I mean, he pretty much orphaned that check.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that those checks, we could probably consider those orphaned. I wonder if Maniacal's going to go straight to lower Norfair, if he's going to go check Croc. It looks like he is going to go check Croc, Soberlight. So this is some interesting route divergence. You have LostVikings just put the pedal to the metal. We got what we need, but you have Team Slow making some extra checks. But if they're the really crucial, really nice items like Gravity Suit, this could tip the balance. Oh, and speaking of Gravity Suit, well, that is full suits for P1 at the 20-minute mark. Holy smoke.
That's nuts. Yeah, 20 minutes in already, and Kip's like, well, what do I need, really? I mean, we're just going to go now.
Yeah, this is full throttle. Turn on the afterburners. That's what Kip's thinking.
Oh, Maniacal's doing my favorite moonwalk, dancing with Croc. You gotta love it.
Especially after nailing that plasma shot and just absolutely just finishing off poor Croc in one shot.
And the chat's pointed out that P2 speed was at Bowling Alley? No, P1 Grav.
So yeah, it was that P1 Grav in the wreck ship. So that's interesting. But we'll see. I mean, obviously, you know, like we said, that's an orphaned item for Kip. There's, especially with Kip's loadout now, there's a 0.001% chance he goes back and gets that speed booster. So it really comes down to how quickly Rumble can get these last 3 G4 bosses out of the way. Everything that Maniacal is going to do from now is going to be quicker than Rumble doing it, but Rumble is already ahead here at lower Norfair. So
yeah, you'll definitely see the tension build once he tries to do Meridia without the suit. It's definitely going to be, man, I don't want to be in his shoes.
Yeah, suitless Meridia is certainly not for the faint of heart, but also, you know, not the fastest thing in the world. But, you know, it could be something really peculiar, like we could have P2 Gravity behind Ridley. That would just work out super well in LostVikings' favor.
Absolutely, yeah. That's true. I forgot about that.
Or even if P2 Gravity was at a convenient location in Meridia, you know, Kip's already got Gravity. You know, all his Meridia checks are going to be very fast.
Rumble going to make short work of Ridley here with all these supers.
I think that's the highest damage per second in this game, short of, you know, Shine Spark Echoes or anything like that. But best item, I think, for Ridley. That's what, growing up, that's what I used, was supers. Before I even knew what speedrunning was. Boy, oh boy.
If you got him, you might as well use him. Absolutely.
That's my thoughts exactly. More ammo, more better. So I'm waiting with bated breath here, Soberlight. I really want to know what this Ridley item is. Ew!
Oh, man.
Oh, no! That is P2 Spacer behind Ridley, so not what LostVikings wanted to see. Rumble, you see, having to pause and go on and reactivate the plasma beam. Well, you won't have to do that again. Unless he really wants to. Boy, that's not, everybody's got a Kraid quick kill. Nobody took Kraid to prom, Soberlight. I'm really impressed with this gameplay.
You know, you expect at least one person to do it, but no, everybody's on point tonight, man. Everyone's hitting the tricks just seamlessly. Everything's looking good.
No doubt about it. And I've always said, you know, in Super Metroid, there are no free tricks. You can practice something a million times and you still run the chance of missing it. But these runners are really putting on a display here tonight. Team Slow Slow. Maniacal getting to that E-Tank at GT, so nothing doing there. Gravity Suit for P1 behind Kraid. So that's where it was. Very nice. So we got 3 of 4 runners in Lower Norfair right now, and I think Derp's going to be the next one to join them. Alright, Ice Beam for player 1 as well at the Firefleet E-Tank. So short of wave, that's almost a full beam combo, but the more important part is that speed Zeb Skip and fast Metroid rooms in Torian.
Yeah, when you got to race to the finish, the best thing you can have is Ice Beam.
Another thing to consider too, Soberlight, P2 right now is set up for Microwave Beam. I know Fantoon is, well actually Fantoon is not defeated for either player 2. But Dragon, Botoon, and Fantoon all gonna fall, potentially, to the Microwave Beams of player 2. So that's interesting. So no real advantage that Rumble has besides leaving Lower Norfair before Maniacal, but again, Maniacal does have Speed Booster.
And there's Derp picking up his X-ray as well.
So I'm thinking by now, player 2 Gravity's got to be somewhere in Meridia. We think we've narrowed it down. It has to be located somewhere. I hope it's not somewhere slow like Shack Tool. I know we got some ardent Shack Tool fans out there, but it's just kind of a slow check.
I think you just put that in the universe.
Commentator curse is a real thing, and I think I just did a doozy of one. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Kit Pier against Ridley again with the high damage per second of those supers. And again, very well, Gravity could be behind player 1 Ridley. Looks like Maniacal's got the farming he wants. He's ready to do Mortal Kombat with Ridley. 24 supers on tap. Or is that 34? I think that's 34.
I believe it's 34. It's kind of hard to see. He's going charge beam anyways.
That's an interesting choice. I guess that's the play when you have when you got the full beam combination, but now nailing those supers. So good opener there with charge shots. So it's just an energy tank behind Ridley, so kind of a vanilla item for player 1. Good to have, always good to have more energy. But still no P2 Gravity. Chat pointing out, yeah, Rumble and Maniacal more than capable of doing suitless Meridia. But the question is, will they have to? You see Rumble now going for it. Some really fine execution from Rumble here. Making suitless Meridia, making that Main Street room look very quick. We're now going to show off some really tight grapple strats here at Mount Everest. Kip has put Lower Norfair in his rearview mirror, but both members of Team Slow Slow still down here. Derp still having to battle Ridley, but Maniacal on the escape, so likely Maniacal will be heading to Meridia next. So things still firmly in favor of LostVikings here.
They got the slight lead, but, anything can happen.
Right you are, Soberlight. Right you are. And Rumble wisely clearing away the snails here with a power bomb. I'm gonna go for this grapple jump. He's making it look simple, but that is not easy to execute.
That's just poetry in motion right there. That's beautiful.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Soberlight. That was fantastic. And you know what? While we're at it, without speed booster or gravity suit, we're just gonna do a little do a little ice clip here to get to Botwoon. This is fantastic stuff.
First try too. Well done.
It's fantastic. Alright, Derp in against Ridley, but Maniacal just has to make his way past the Three Musketeers. Playing it safe, going ahead and just blowing them away. X-ray scope plus charged plasma equals microwave. That's Rumble. Absolutely destroying Botwoon in short order there. Yeah, I have to agree. I think chat mentioned, like, yeah, forget the gravity. LostVikings isn't go mode, and they're definitely showing that they are. I think it's going to be really, really tough for Team SlowSlow to catch up. But like you said, stranger things have happened. Anything could happen in this race.
And Ridley's down for Derp. It was well played.
Now look at this from Rumble. Fantastic stuff to get above the surface of the water, use that grapple beam, able to spin jump. Oh, he had it. Fell down a little bit, gonna have to just barely make it up. Nicely done. That is tough. That is so tough. Such tough movement here without gravity suit.
Absolutely. If I ever get a suitless Meridia, I'll throw in the towel. I mean,
you and me both. Alright, now this is interesting. Maniacal opting to use spring ball jumps here in Main Street. I don't know if Rumble did the same. He must have. So now he's going to use frozen enemies for the rest. But Dragon Fight here for Rumble, and then a quick hop skip jump up to Fantoon at the wrecked ship. And Kip's only got Dragon left, so yeah, this is... Boy, what a quick seed. All hinged on that. I feel like that meme route, that Green Hill into Pink Brinstar check. And I don't even disagree with the checks that the Team SlowSlow made. They just didn't quite pan out in the direction they were hoping.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you never know what you're going to get till you get there, and then even if you do get there, it might not even be yours. So
right.
It's just one of the things. Here's the microwave on the Dragon. Beautiful.
Perfect execution, and I think we're gonna see another grapple jump off of the destroyed turret here. This is also pretty tough. I'm gonna make the check though. I do like this play from Rumble because you never know what you're gonna get. Screw attack this late, not the greatest pickup, and I believe logic dictates that cannot be gravity. But chat will, of course, set me straight if I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
I do like this play from LostVikings. Keep going to the left side sandpit just to see what the major there is. I mean, might as well. Rumble's still got a whole boss to destroy. Kip's practically done. And once Kip's done, he's done. And oh my goodness, there it is. There's Rumble's gravity. There's P2 gravity. Left side sandpit. So a very, very... Going to be a very quick exit now for Rumble. I think that's going to be the difference maker there.
Yep, kept pulling the reset too, so he can head to Dragon instead of going all the way back around. So that was pretty smart of saving before you head down the sand pits of sadness.
No, big time. That's a heads-up play there from Team LostVikings, taking advantage of that mechanic of Multiworld, where you can reset and maintain the items you've collected for your partner. That is definitely the right play. So Soberlight chat speculating on, is this going to be a sub 50? What do you think?
Let's see. They only have one more boss apiece plus Turian. I could see it.
In the realm of possibility, for sure. So both members of Team SlowsLow at pretty much the same junction here in Meridia. You're going to see Derp going in against Botoon, hopefully using that microwave technique. Kip will be able to do the same against Dragon. And look at Maniacal, look at this. Great freezing of those Metroids. Oh, I love the left side grapple. That is fantastic stuff from Maniacal. Now I think we got Derp setting up for Happy or just sparking straight up. I like that play too. Look at that from Kip. Death from below on that Dragon fight. Using that microwave beam to great effect. Sam is standing up once Dragon has taken maximum damage. And that is all 4 G4 bosses completed for Kip. And Rumble's just right behind him, heading into Wreck Ship.
Yeah, and they're not going to do any more checks or anything, so let's just get in to the bottom of the ship, get back out, call it good. Derp getting the microwave as well, so that's all 4, right? All 4 did the microwave?
I think so, yeah. We saw Derp and Maniacal almost simultaneously with those microwaves. Now, this is going to be really great tech here from Maniacal. This is a mid-air spring ball jump. Pretty tricky to pull off, but I think he's got this first one. So getting out of Dragon's room is the first part, but getting out of this, the Precious room, arguably is even harder. But Maniacal just making it look smooth and easy, my goodness.
All 3, well done.
Yeah, that was spectacular stuff. And that's 1 microwave ghost for Rumble, so that's all 4 G4 bosses completed for Rumble. All 8 are down for Team LostVikings, just as Kip gets back to the surfaces of us here at Criteria. And they're just both going to make an absolute beeline for Torian. Short of some kind of stand-up glitch disaster, or yeah, I just don't see a way for Team SlowsLow to get back in the lead. It was a super valiant effort, though. I feel like they made a lot of intelligent checks. They just didn't quite have what they needed, and everything that Team LostVikings needed was pretty much standing in their way, with the exception of gravity for P2.
Absolutely. I mean, the routing and everything was just solid. It's just the items were not where they checked first, you know?
So while Kip and Rumble head to G4, I would like to take a moment to give some major kudos to the trackers of this tournament. Tonight we've got Jestro Zooks on the trackings, done an outstanding job throughout the tournament. Because of trackers, we're allowed to restream on SpeedGaming. That is what you need in order to secure restreaming as a tracker, not necessarily a commentator. So a huge hats off to all the trackers for this tournament. You make randomizer tournaments possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Big ups to Jestro tonight. Appreciate you.
I think Baby Skip is off the table for for Rumble not having speed booster, but with this big of a lead, I mean Maniacal's got a whole nother boss to face. Unfortunately, his Meridia exit has been substantially slower due to that lack of gravity suit. You see Derp into kind of pre-G4, so really hot on the heels of Team LostVikings, but it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, Maniacal still has Fantune to run to, so
very commendable and very excellent execution throughout from all four runners. It's been a fast one, Sober, but it's been an exciting one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, player 1 got all their items pretty much right away, and then shortly after, I mean, player 2 got everything all at once as well. It went from nothing to everything in, I don't know, a 5-minute span.
All these little subtle details too. You see Kip there with a moonfall right outside of Mother Brain's room, setting up for this ice Zeb skip, using those iframes to clip right through that first Zeb without spawning the rest. So it's, you know, even in something like a randomizer, it's still those kind of nuts and bolts, those fundamentals of Super Metroid speedrunning that come into play, just to make times even faster than anyone dreamed possible. Kip using up the rest of those supers before switching back to Charge Beam. Rumble, of course, taking the energy refill. That's Fantune. The Ghost is busted for Maniacal and Team Slow. Derp, unfortunately, getting snagged by the baby and unable to execute that baby skip. But we're going to have probably Kip on the escape and Rumble into the baby cutscene here just in a few moments.
Yeah, and Derp's right there with him too, going for Mother Brain. But really, it's, I mean, Maniacal has to catch up, and it just seems like it's out of reach at this point.
Oh, hats off to Derp though for making it this competitive with all the kind of extra checks that he made. I mean, he did pretty much full clear wreck ship. That's pretty slow, but he's kind of right there with both members of Team LostVikings.
Absolutely.
That's not even to say that Maniacal's been slow. Maniacal has executed pretty much flawlessly. Some very challenging tricks that he needed to do, especially in Meridia on the escape, heading back to the surface.
Agreed. Yep. Getting into Meridia is difficult. Leaving, even worse.
For sure. Stand-up glitch here from Kip. Doesn't have full beam combination, doesn't have that wave beam, but still with charge ice plasma, this will make for a quicker Mother Brain 3. I do believe Rumble's going to be able to do the full stand-up. Go for that one shot on Mother Brain 3. really competitive race coming down to the wire, but LostVikings had a game plan. They executed it perfectly. I feel like Team Slow as well had a very similar game plan, also executed very well. But like we said, just not quite getting the checks that they wanted. And not getting the items at the checks that they went to, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. That early waterway was just a game changer. I mean, if nothing was in the waterway, then, you know, Derp and Maniacal probably would be the ones ahead. But that's how it goes.
No, for sure. That's an outstanding point. Because I believe Kip was the only one that kind of followed the meme route. It's not every day in Super Metroid Multiworld Randomizer that you see all 4 players in Torian at the 45-minute mark. Like, this is this is really something. Kip on the escape and Rumble about to start Mother Brain 3, so gonna be bringing it on home and advancing to face Team TBD.
Mother Brain is down for Rumble. Derp doing the stand-up glitch as well. I think that's 3 for 3 on stand-ups now.
I think you're right, Silverlight. It's got just like the same beam combination. Oh, Maniacal getting grabbed at the last minute. Very close to executing that baby skip. But that is dot done from Kip. That's an official racetime.gg time of 46:05 from Kip.
Hey, GG's, Kip.
Rumble not far behind, and really Team Slow not that far behind either. Derp about to start the escape. Maniacal's got a refill, gonna do that Zeb skip, freeze that Rinka, bust that glass, and start landing those charge shots. 20 shots on Mother Brain, but also augmented by all those supers.
Maniacal having a little trouble with the Zeb skip here.
It can be finicky. That Rinka's got to be in just perfect position. Very nicely done, Maniacal.
There we go.
All right, Rumble's at the ship. Derp is into the climb here, going with the Behemoth Spark. But that's going to do it. Team LostVikings finishing in first place. Rumblemans with an official racetime.gg time of 47:30. GG's to Team LostVikings. And not far behind is TG Derp with an official racetime.gg time of 47:49. My goodness, so less than 2 minutes between first through third there. That is incredible.
That was absolutely a close race. I mean, the skill level these players are at is truly something to behold. And of course, the races are going to be close, but that's what we like, man. We like these close ones.
Oh, no doubt about it. So, really, close race always makes for a great watch. We thank you, all you viewers here on SpeedGaming 3, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the race. We're just going to have Maniacal finish up the seed, and hopefully everyone will join us for some interviews.
Hockey, I'm here.
Oh my goodness, we are joined by member of Team LostVikings, Rumblemans. GG's Rumble, and congratulations on moving on to the next round. We are also joined by player 1 of Team LostVikings, Kip. GG's.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, GG, thank you.
So I think Overlight would agree with me here, Kip and Rumble. You guys came in with a game plan, and you executed that game plan nearly flawlessly to finish with a sub-50 multi-world randomizer time.
Actually, I screwed up and did something that I wasn't supposed to do, and it turned out to be quite fortunate.
Oh my goodness, dude!
Well-
do tell. I'm waiting with bated breath, Rumble.
Well, in fairness, I will say I've been kind of crunching the numbers in my head along the way, but I actually feel like it would not have affected us very much. In fact, it might be. I mean, if it was slower, maybe by like a minute. So I don't think it would have affected the race at all. But he was going to. Sorry, y'all hear somebody bark? Somebody just rang my doorbell. But anyway. Basically, Rumble, we were going to have him check a few items in the wrecked ship, but then he forgot that he had grapple, and so he went down. But it turned out that everything worked out just fine.
Yeah.
I'll say. So tell us a little bit about your game plan, Kip. You went to, you were the only runner to kind of go the meme route, to head to Pink Brinstar first, and Soberlight and I, we kind of decided in the middle of the race, like that was one of the difference makers for sure.
Yes, I'm sorry. Y'all got to understand, I'm a little distracted because somebody rang the doorbell and then my dog is going nuts. But you were asking, what was the question again?
So you're the only one to do the meme route. So was that going in, was that you knew if you got power bombs in Retro Brain you were going to do that, or was that just, kind of a spur of the moment decision?
Yeah, it was something that we had talked about me doing, and I'd practiced a little bit, but it was a little weird because I got excited when I got Speed Booster, but then I messed up and forgot that I had to do like the stop and jump strat or whatever with the blue suit. So then I had to be really careful. So the first, my first 3 or 4 minutes were a little more awkward than normal, but it turned out to be fine. And one thing Rumble and I have talked about is even if we both get like both suits early or whatever, ultimately our perfect game is me checking a few extra, like in major minor, it's me checking a few more majors, and then kind of going from there. So, that allowed me to check Gauntlet and then the 2 wreck ship items, which I think were the only 2 extra ones that I did that he didn't do. So, luckily for us, it ended up lining up even with some of the suitless Meridia.
Oh, for sure, Kip, for sure. Thank you for the analysis. And we do have Maniacal finishing up here with an official racetime.gg time of 51:39. So GG's to Team Slow, TG Derp, and Maniacal. A really nice race. I do believe we are joined now by TG Derp. What's going on, Derp?
Not much. We lost. A little sad about that.
GG Derp.
Right.
GG Derp.
I will say this, and I'm sure you know it, but it was certainly not for lack of trying. Soberlight and I were dissecting the match as best we could, and just amazing execution from both runners. I feel like you guys nailed so many difficult kind of movements, tricks, especially Maniacal in that Meridia section.
Yeah, where was player 2's gravity, by the way? Did y'all find it?
Did you find it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was in
GG's.
player 1's sandpit.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, which was timely. I got it right after I got grapple escape out of Dragon. I got gravity, which was nice
But
for
you needed it for the precious
Meridia
room. You got
escape,
it, Rumble.
Yeah, nice to get for sure.
Yeah, my Meridia escape was pretty slow. I don't think that was the margin in the race. I did some extra checks, and then Derp found his own gravity, and suddenly the positions were a little bit different. So, like,
What was y'all's like general pathway?
so RP2 went down, did KRDP. RP1 went up, did PKRD, I think.
Cleared ship, to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, PKRD.
Gotcha. Now, you full cleared ship, Derp?
Yes.
Did you full clear Upper Norfair other than Croc?
I didn't even go to Croc.
So, but I'm saying you
Yeah.
did Bubble Mountain and all of Lower Norfair, right?
No, just lower.
Just
No
lower.
Bubble Mountain.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So you basically did the exact same thing I did, except for I didn't full clear ship. I did Gauntlet though, and I did X-Ray, but I cleared Bubble Mountain after Lower Norfair. So yeah. Yeah, that was a good game, boys. Rumble and I had a lot of fun game planning for this one because, as y'all know, I've mentioned it multiple times on commentary. I felt very strongly that y'all would have a pretty good idea about how you would want to approach it, and so I felt like he and I needed to consider a few different options that might be slightly different than what we would typically do. And luckily for us, it kind of worked out. But yeah, I was excited that we got to race each other. Yeah, there's a few teams in this tournament that I like. Really, at this point, the three primary teams that I wanted to play against, mainly because I'm friends with these people, and also because we've competed against each other multiple times. But I wanted to race Zevdi, I wanted to race Bear Pair, and I wanted to race y'all. And we finally have been able to race all three at least once. So I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, definitely. Was looking forward to the race. Live unfortunately, I felt like I did it all right. Felt better in my execution, but finished fourth. So them's the breaks.
They sure are maniacal, but like I said, it was a titanic effort from you and Derp, and 51 in this seat is absolutely nothing to sneeze at, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good time. Seed was pretty friendly, so obviously everyone's pretty solid who's still in this tournament, so the matches can really go either way.
By the way, I missed it. Y'all mentioned it earlier. Where was player 2's speed booster?
I think that was player 1 gravity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Soberlight and I were kind of like, ooh, this is really juicy for Team Slow Slow. They both got speed booster. Let's see what they can do. Didn't quite make the difference, but certainly helped.
You mean I didn't save like 4 minutes speedballing into Fantoon? Because I think it saves like somewhere between 10 frames and 4 minutes done optimally.
It actually would have made a bigger difference had player 2's gravity come earlier.
Yes, I agree with you, Kip. We were definitely...
Yeah, had player 2's gravity come at all.
Right. We were waiting with bated breath. We're like, well, maybe it's behind Ridley. Well, maybe it's here. Well, maybe it's there. I hope it's not at Shack Tool, but it was at, you might say, the second worst location after Shack Tool, at least in Meridia. Is that what I'm saying to it?
Yeah, I think I did too many extraneous checks. A little unfortunate, but oh well.
So Rumble, you've been awfully quiet.
I'm a man of few words, Hockey.
How does it feel to be going up against Team TBD in the next round?
In the final four.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
It's exciting. Had this race gone the other way, I would have felt really good about a performance. So everything really from here on out is gravy. It's been a lot of fun, and we're so deep in the tournament that we're gonna do our best to put ourselves in a position to win. But these things can go either way, just by the whims of the randomizer. So it's a lot of fun. Looking forward to watching it back. Looking forward to the losers bracket semifinals, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds right. Yeah.
That should be good.
Double Elium calling what the rounds are is peculiar.
Yeah, big time.
I like how we're going to go from a final four to a final three instead of a final two. But yeah, we're excited to continue. As we pointed out even before this match, once you get down to even like the top half of a tournament like this, you got a lot of good players, and then every round you're cutting down to even more good players. So this is interesting for us. First of all, I had a little bit of a grudge match, even though it wasn't one-on-one, but Maniacal is... there haven't been that many people that have beat me one-on-one in rando tournaments or league plays over the last several years, but Maniacal's one of them. So I'm glad to get at least one game on him, even if it was a team game. But with that said, our next match, TBD, if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure those guys beat me and Rumble straight up in the seeding race.
Ooh.
So that's going to be like we were the two teams I think on Restream, and they straight up beat us. So I'm really looking forward to that, and then we'll see what happens after that, whether we win or lose. But yeah, we're really excited to continue, and we're going to keep trying to put ourselves in a position to win. But we also, like Rumble said, we know that it can turn on a dime. So we'll see how it goes.
No, for sure, Kip, for sure. So, GG's to you all, to LostVikings and SlowSlow. We hope to see you in action in future tournaments, Maniacal and Derp, whether they're multi-world or, single participation. And, of course, we look forward to seeing LostVikings in action against Farfaloo and Nasarius. So...
okay, Beamer, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Beamer. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe in another tournament.
Yeah,
In some
yeah.
future
Maybe
event, you
maybe
might
Farfalu and
see that pop up.
Nasarius team up. Who knows?
Oh my goodness, yeah. So
Rip MM2.
you'll have to forgive me. I was checking the Discord, looking at the threads where they were scheduling, and Asger already had the right team in the chat. So
Oh,
whoops.
Hockey, by the way, I apologize. I should have done this earlier, but thank you to you and I can't see at the moment. Who else signed up? Sober Light.
I did,
Soberlight,
yeah,
yeah.
Soberlight.
Yeah, thank you both for signing up for commentary. Huge shout out again to Jestro Zooks for always tracking for a bunch of these. We really appreciate it, and you know everybody who's put this on. I mentioned last time, Rumble and I are having a lot of fun, and you know I like to win. Obviously, like every time you race, you want to try to win, but I'm just happy that we're still being able to race. So I'm glad we get at least one more crack to have another race together. So we're having a good time, and yeah, looking forward to the next one.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll echo pretty much exactly what Kip said, except Derp and I don't get to keep racing, but that's okay. Means we get to watch more of Kip and Rumble racing, so that'll be good. But GG's to Kip and Rumble for sure. Derp and I kind of signed up for this one sort of on a whim, last minute, just looking to have some fun. Definitely had some fun, had some really good races. Felt like we put together some good races, we put together some not so good races, but I think that's kind of what happens when you decide to be a little bit lower effort about it.
I'm glad y'all
And so,
signed up for what it's worth.
yeah, I mean, we put together a pretty good run for sort of like hard committing to one another to not put too much effort into the tournament.
Yeah, y'all still won more games than you lost. That's always a good sign in a tournament.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll take it for sure. But yeah, it was a good run. It was a lot of fun. Fun tournament. So big thanks to the organizers and everyone who makes sure this one's getting off the ground every match.
Yeah, big time. Absolutely. Shout outs to SG and all the TOs for the Super Metroid Multiworld Tournament. Soberlight, any closing remarks?
I definitely want to thank you four runners for running this. Every single one of you put on a display of hitting every single trick. It was awesome to watch. The suitless Meridia, all that good action, finding the gravity suit late, all that good stuff. It was a great race.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Soberlight, you want to take us out?
Yeah, you go ahead, Augie.
All right. So, on behalf of everybody here at SpeedGaming and everyone who makes these wonderful Super Metroid tournaments possible, this has been the Hockey Towner and Soberlight coming your way here on SpeedGaming 3. And hope you have a pleasant rest of your evening and a better tomorrow.
Peace.